It has probably come as no surprise that the Nigerian political system has a gender bias. Most of the major positions in Nigerian government, including the president, have always been occupied by men. One may wonder why it is so. The society, being a chauvinistic one, can easily buttress this. Women have always been seen as mere appendage to their husbands, and such as cannot be fully assertive. In the past, people thought that women and politics could not work well together. Even a few decades back, women in African politics were not much more than pretty faces, as they were judged by their looks and not by what they had to say. Presently, things have changed. African women gained political power, and they definitely know what to do with it. Suffice it to say that history cannot forget easily the roles played by some prominent women like Queen Amina of Zaria, or Mu Mwangbuka of Adonindu fame, who gained political power and subdued men. Having much dominance, one may wonder why women still lag behind in politics. Research shows that most women do not know how to set agenda for themselves. They do not know what it is. They do not know that it is important to understand the terrain before taking decision on the position. Some men also lamented that women are their own enemies. Women do not support themselves in politics, and that is why they cannot go far, especially in Nigerian politics. A pathetic scenario is that most husbands are not always comfortable when their wives actively participate in politics, so they do not give their approval. Traditionally, women's position should be at home, look after the children and cook, and not to be seen amidst men clamoring for power or attending meetings late in the night.
I don't know which party my wife belongs to, but she belongs to my kitchen and my living room and the other room.
What I fear, Mr. Speaker, they control us at home. When we give them opportunity, with the speaker outside, so when they control us outside and home, they will capture everything. That is what I fear, because most of the women, they are very intelligent. Very, very intelligent, because you can see a chief, a big man, controlled by his wife. That is what I observe and I experience in this life.
Women, traditionally and culturally, men said that our place is in the kitchen. That's where we belong. But I don't think it's true, really. Considering the fact that women have really gone far in the affairs of national affairs. Because we are actually, right from, let me start from when I was growing up. If you talk, they say you shouldn't talk. Talk like a woman. Don't raise your voice. But my brother and my other brother, when they talk, nobody sees there's anything wrong with that. But you always monitored, and we grew up with it. So it's a society. I'm not very happy that the society has not changed, but they are trying. There's a bit of there's a difference now, okay. I should say.
In the first place, politics earlier was looked at as a male area, a male dominated profession. Women going into politics were looked at as being wayward, being prostitutes, that they were not encouraged. And most men do not allow their wives to go out there with their men, because it was male dominated. But recently, women started making some moves as to joining the political arena in Nigeria. And I would say that traditionally too, the African tradition does not allow women being that exposed. So whether we like it or not, underneath, most men will not like their wives to go out there and be free with the men in the name of politicking. And that's another area to look at. It is the problem of success anxiety amongst women. Most women think that when they go out there, they become so wild that their husband might feel threatened.
However, steadily but surely, the situation with female representation in the Nigerian political system got better and better. For that to happen, many Nigerian women fought tooth and nail to be taken seriously. With dint of hard work, they proved that politics is not just for men and opened the doors in politics for new generations of young women. Nigerian women persevered and got to the point where they can be on the same political level as men.
I rise to support this very important motion, calling on the Commissioner for Road Transport to take immediate step in ensuring that that road from Agule-Ezechukwu to Oboji does not cut into two. That will really disrupt the movement of vehicles and movement of people in that area. My people don't want to suffer anymore. Our governor has done so much in making sure that we have good road network in Anambra State, but this time we are calling on the commissioner to take immediate steps, to rush down with his people to go and make sure that that road is brought back to good condition.
Worthy of mention, here are ministers, commissioners, local government chairmen, female members of political parties, and several women have run and still running for presidency. The likes of Sarah Jibril, who ran 4 times, Remi Sonaya, only female candidate in 2015 presidential election, Fumilayo Adesoya Davis, Rosemary Ide for 2019 presidential election, and others. There are factors which account for the low level of participation of women in Nigeria politics. These are the perception held by many that politics as practiced in Nigeria is a dirty game in which no woman should be involved. The Nigerian politician views politics as do or die affair. Due to this development, many women believe that they cannot contest in the murky waters that are politics in Nigeria. Nigerians spend huge amounts of money to play politics. A female politician may not have the financial capability to compete against a male counterpart.
Before night politics has been something that is closely associated with thuggery and violence. And women don't actually have such capacity about thuggery, violence, and mobilizing people. That is one. Secondly, most men always want their women to be inside the house. Like if you go to some places, they say that the place for the woman is inside the kitchen. So that actually affected them coming out and playing role in politics. But now I think we're having a reverse to that trend. We started from the issue of 35% affirmative act, and now people are beginning to show interest in politics as against how it used to be then. So now maybe the historical background of Nigeria politics and women being confined to the kitchen.
The reason why women are lacking behind Nigerian politics is because most women they don't really like each other. Understand? The women is a type of being that is naturally jealous. So they are something like they are possessive in nature. So for somebody to be possessive in nature, I don't think that person can come into play in something like politics, because politics is something that has to do with collectiveness. Understand? It has to do with collectiveness. People coming together to agree that this is what we are going to do. Understand? So women, they are not type of they are not, as in, they don't have that qualities. That is why men, you always be winning any political post. But whenever women, if the women decide to be united today now, they will take politics over from men. And if you watch in the Western world, we are like a country like England now. They now have a queen, right? Yes. So if you watch what is happening there, you see that in that type of country, women's rights is being maintained appropriately. So in countries like Africa, all these tropical Africas, they don't really value women like that.
Number one bụ na ụmụ nwanyị ifefa ji erika nsogbu dị n'ezinụlọ. Ụmụ nwoke na-ereghapụrụ ha ife gbasara ụmụazị. Nwaanyị ehunu na kichin na-ata afụ gbasara ụmụaka. Kịta ụmụ nwaanyị bụkwazị akpata akụ. Fe nwere chance ije politics. Mana nwoke nwere chance na awụghalị ebe niile na-eje ebe dị ya mma. Mana nwaanyị enwere such chance at all. Nke bụ abụrụ na ụmụ nwoke ada value ụmụ nwaanyị ka anything n'ime ọsị ọkwari nwaanyị. Nwaanyị na-efu efu anyị mamịrị gịnị ka ọ ya emenwu? O nwere ihe ọ ya emenwu. Na ụmụ nwaanyị na ọ nwere ebe ha ifefa na-emenwu na talk less of ime anything na political something.
To me, I feel that women are neglected, sidelined, and unrecognized by politicians. And that is why. Why do I say this? When politicians do their thing, they don't reckon with women, even though they have more than 3 times the population of men. In appointments, in offices, in political organizations, everywhere, women are not so much recognized. You see, because they have not, the politicians, all of us, have not gone beyond our view or whatever we think about women of those days. You see, because these days, you see women, professors, PhDs, and who have the best that it takes to function or to govern or to manage things, but they don't recognize them.
I think the first reason should be finance. 2, most of the times women, they feel so inferior to participate in politics. 3, our ideology that women are only meant for kitchen and domestic work and all that. No, failing to understand that without women, nothing can work. Without women, I believe strongly that without women, because women is, I think they are the people that knows the family very well, and if you can manage family very well, I wonder why you can normally manage the whole society.
Asim kwuo n'obi m ọ dị ụzọ ihe ịtọ obi m na-agwa m kpatara na ha ụmụ nwanyị baa ya na-apụta na politics. Nke izizi bụ ụfọdụ na-atụ ụjọ dito na-asụ na politics is a dirty game. Nke abụọ bụ ego dị involved. Nke ịtọ bụ na ha feel na our gọọmenti elekọngazi ụmụ nwanyị. Ọ yi obi ngwa ụzọ ịtọ obi ngwa ya kpatara ụmụ nwanyị ji agba ọsọ na ha na politics.
Based on our cultural background, African culture per se, where it is believed that the place of the woman is in the kitchen. Not up till now. Initially, women are not allowed to go to school, even to attend to universities. But now, because of the trend, the men are upper in both in finance, in development, academic development, and so on. So it stems from our cultural background. But now the women are picking up. So that's the issue.
The ones who are already in politics, few of them are doing well. They are competing very well with their male colleagues. So many women are not participating in politics because of the African way of life. Women in Africa, in Nigeria, in our custom, are not expected to do certain things. women are not supposed to raise their head too high in society, or be open, or air their views, say their opinions. Women are supposed to follow the men. You don't go before the men.
In order to increase participation of women in politics, there must be a possibility of adopting a quota system that should be explored.
Yes, I believe that women are trying to belong politically. Like Dr. Uju Okeke, I was a commissioner for education, and then ABGA Board of Trustees member. You can see the women are coming up really very fast too. And now I'm a member of the Local Government Service Commission. It's a big board in charge of all the 21 local governments in the state. And I'm really happy about it. And I must say that in government, like Obiano's government, Governor Obiano, His Excellency, is very, very gender sensitive. Because the constitution of his ESCO members, you can see that women, their presence always felt there. And what I want to say now is the women should be encouraged. Because some of them that want to join politics, they are always very reluctant. And their husbands will always say, you don't have to join politics. If you join politics, all the men in the world will pursue you. They will be after you.
Now, some political parties, they are actually helping. Some of them they give their women, they slash the price of nomination form for women. While some give give women their form free of charge. And also women should actually create more space for them. We should know that women, that their place is not actually in the kitchen. Some women, they've been tried and they've shown that they have the capacity to deliver. Like we have Senator Stella Odo, she has delivered as a woman. We have Ugozi Okonjo-Iweala, they delivered as women. So the women that have tried and they have been given the opportunity, they've delivered. So I think women should create more space for women to play more role in politics and governance.
We can encourage women to come into the politics in Nigeria by making sure that once women come out to vie for any political position, like the House of Assembly, the Senate, even governorship election, the local government, the councillors, they should be encouraged. I like the way they are being given 50% cut in whatever form they are buying, the cost effectiveness, and that the federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs, have called them for meetings, and they are being encouraged both financially and otherwise. Such moves will encourage women, because most women don't have the financial capability to come out and challenge the men. So by so doing, the women will be encouraged, and those already there should behave well, so that those looking at the people already there will be encouraged when they see women in politics behaving well, carrying themselves well, being models to the ones that we are already being spited with the way they behave. Others will be encouraged to come in.
It is the fault of the men and fault of all of us generally. They have to lag behind. They are to be recognized. They have to be recognized and help to push forward so that many wrongs could be righted.
Anyị na-adọ ụmụ nwoke ọdụ ka ha na-avalị ụmụ nwaanyị maka na ụmụ nwaanyị chizi ezinụlọ kịta, mana ụfọdụ ụmụ nwoke ekwetara ime ụfọdụ tinye nwunye ha tietichasịa ọgba ya ụkwụ kai ya geta wee, mana nwaanyị bụ ka ọ na-anya ife nwaanyị bụ erika. Ọ bụrụ na anyị na-adọ ụmụ nwoke ọdụ ka ọ na-avalị nwunye ya, na-ehepụ nwaanyị n'ezinụlọ, na-ehepụkwa ya n'ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme, ka akwụsịnata ịta anụ na nkwụ na họteelụ na restọrantị dị iche iche. Ọ tawatasị abata ọsị nwaanyị na ọ nwere ife na ego adọrọ na amansi ofe taa. A na-adụfa ụdị ọdụ dị iche iche, a na-agwakwa ka ama Chineke, maka onye ọbụla ma Chineke mma ka onye si na ha ndụ ezinụlọ.
For the women to take the position by themselves, they have to come out and demand for what belongs to them. Let them show the world that they can do it. We have so many prominent women that has shown that they can do it, and even more better than the men. like my sister Dora Akonyere, all of us, we know how she participated, and everybody, the whole world, commended her, and numerous awards that she acquired for herself, not because of one thing or the other, but because of her competency and the updoing. Somebody like Okonjo Iweala, so many of them like that. If I start mentioning them, we will not go to. But I'm telling you that women are the fact we are supposed to encourage women to come out, whether they have the finance or they don't have. But let us encourage them, because I know that they can do very well.
They need to avoid that mindset. They need to remove that features, that person, someone being as an envy of another person. They need to remove it from their mindset. Once they remove it from their mindset, they will be appreciating each other. If you notice the way men do, men used to appreciate each other. Even if a man brings a complaint to a fellow man, first of all, the fellow man will have to understand that this person is a man, that this person is facing so many challenges. But women, they don't think like that. They think only forward. They don't think backward.
The way forward is to sensitize more women to take part in politics. Let them leave these women something and start participating in politics.
Alternatively, political parties can be encouraged and statutorily required to make representation by women. Special funding for female candidates, that is to say special grants, can be made available to female candidates. Increased educational opportunities and enlightenment for the women folk. Certainly, party politics experienced by the likes of Joy Emodi, Marjorie Okadibo, Linda Ikpeazu, Obi Ezekwesili, Chinwe Nwebili, former Speaker Anambra State House of Assembly, Rita Maduagu, Speaker, House of Assembly, Anambra State.
A bill for a law to establish the Conquer Capital Territory Development Authority and to provide for other related matters. Those in support that this bill be read for the second time say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
To mention but a few, make it even more imperative that the government and relevant stakeholders in Nigeria promote politically suitable policies that both parties and entrench in the level playground, irrespective of gender dichotomy, as this will motivate women to play active roles in Nigeria politics.